Namaste, angels. I apologize for my lateness. I'm going to also ask that you excuse my broken nail. I was going to get my nails fixed before doing any more videos, but I ended up with so many random things to do this morning and into the early afternoon that I said, let me get this video out before it gets any later in the day. So I apologize for both. Yeah, I broke my nail in the car yesterday. And like I continued to mess with it because it was so thin afterwards. Like it really broke really badly. And it was just like jagged edges, like more pieces they wanted to break off. So I have no nail basically, and I'm gonna have to get a tip. In any case, yeah, I'm going to this thing. I think I mentioned to you guys that there were like some issues going on in my daughter's school earlier in the year. A month into the school year, they had fired the principal, and so now we have an interim principal, and he doesn't know anybody here. And you know, I had this opportunity to introduce him to like some of the local officials and stuff. So I invited him to my board's party. So we're going to do that. That's what I got to go get ready for. All right. Other than that, let's get into it. We're going to begin with the year 41 when Claudius succeeds his nephew Caligula. I just mentioned Caligula on one of my posts yesterday. It's funny. So he succeeds him as Roman emperor after the later's assassination by officers of the Praetorian Guard. 1857, University of Calcutta is founded as the first full-fledged university in South Asia. 1899 or 999, rubber heel for boots or shoes is patented by American Humphrey O'Sullivan. 1908 or 99, Lieutenant General Robert Baden-Powell publishes Scouting for Boys as a manual for self-instruction and outdoor skills and self-improvement. The book becomes the inspiration for the Scout movement. 1984. Apple Computer Inc. unveils its revolutionary Macintosh personal computer. Did you know the first canned beer, Kruger's Cream Ale, is sold by American company Kruger Brewing Company on January 24th in 1935? Famous birthdays. Hadrian. He's a bust. It's not an actual person here. Frederick the Great. Edith Wharton. Ernst Borgnine. Neil Diamond. And Sharon Tate. Would you believe Japanese Sergeant Shoichi Yokoi is found hiding in a Guam jungle where he had been since the end of World War II? This happened on January 24th in 1972. 1328, King Edward III of England marries Philippa of Hinagawan, which is, I think, now someplace called Hainault. I still don't know where that is. 1884, abolitionist Frederick Douglass marries his second wife, suffragist Helen Pitts. 1978, Rose Dugdale and Eddie Gallagher become the first convicted prisoners to marry in prison in the history of the Republic of Ireland. Famous deaths: Caligula, Gerd von Rundstedt, Alfred Carlton Gilbert, Winston Churchill, Ted Bundy, and Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall was the first black Supreme Court justice. He was an American, and that's all they have here about him, which is a damn shame. All they have here is he was the first African-American justice of the Supreme Court. The end. Wow. In any case, he was born on July 2nd, which is 9, in 1908, which is 99. So another 999 in Baltimore, Maryland, USA, and was a cancer. He died on January 24th in 1993 at the age of 84 of heart failure. Ted Bundy was fully named Theodore Robert Cowell, who's a serial killer, American, one of the most infamous of American history. He assaulted and murdered numerous young women and girls during the 1970s. Shortly before his execution, he confessed to 30 homicides and committed in 7 different states between 1974 and 1978. He was called the gentleman killer, if I remember correctly, because he was like good looking. Shortly before his execution, oh yes, I said that. He confessed. He was born on November 24th in 1946 in Burlington, Vermont, USA, and was a dog on the Chinese zodiac and is Sagittarius. He died on January 24th, so he likes 24. He was born on 11/24 and died on 1/24. In 1989 at the age of 42, which is like another 24 transposed. The cause of death was execution by electric chair. Winston Churchill. Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill was both he was three things: a soldier, an author, and a British prime minister. Regularly regarded as one of the greatest British prime ministers, Churchill led Britain to victory against the Axis powers during World War II and served a second term in office from 1951 to 1955. Prior to being prime minister, Churchill served in several high offices, including Ministries of Defense, Munitions, Air, War, and Chancellor of Executor. As First Lord of the Admiralty during World War I, he conceived and executed the disastrous Gallipoli campaign, which caused his temporary departure from government. When Neville Chamberlain resigned after the outbreak of World War II, Churchill was asked by the king to form the next government during the war. He became famous for his rallying speeches, including "We shall fight on beaches" and "This was our finest hour" as the war progressed. Churchill was crucial in boosting British morale and inspiring resistance to the Nazi Germany. After Germany's defeat in 1945, he was voted out of office the same year, despite being recognized as a great wartime leader. He was replaced by Clement Attlee. Churchill remained leader of the opposition and became prime minister again in 1951 before resigning on health grounds in 1955. Winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature, Churchill was also the first honorary citizen of the United States. His funeral in 1965 attracted one of the largest assemblages of world statesmen ever seen. He was born on November 30th in 1874, which is 9/11 or 11, in Blenheim Palace, Woodstock, Oxfordshire, England, and was a Sagittarius. He died on January 24th in 1965 at the age of 90 of a stroke. Alfred Carlton Gilbert was American. He invented the Erector set in 1913, a construction toy that eventually became one of the most popular toys of all time. When the U.S. considered a ban on toy production during World War I in 1918, Gilbert successfully argued against it, becoming known as the man who saved Christmas. Best known for the Erector set, Gilbert had more than 150 patents to his name. He was born on February 15th in 1884 in Oregon, United States, and was an Aquarius. He died on January 24th in 1961 at the age of 76 of a heart ailment. Gerd von Rundstedt, he sounds like a Nazi. Yep, he was a German general. Participated in some of Nazi Germany's most important military assaults, including commanding Army Group South during the invasion of Poland, Army Group A during the Battle of France, and Army Group South again during the invasion of the Soviet Union. In this latter conflict, he oversaw the largest Holocaust killing to that point at Babi Yar. Relieved of command in 1941, he was recalled in 1942 and made commander-in-chief in the West. In 1944, he faced the Allied landings in Normandy and was dismissed after the German loss in July, but was again recalled in September. In this role, he oversaw the last-ditch German offensive at the Battle of the Bulge until his final dismissal by Adolf Hitler in January 1945. After the war, he was arrested and charged with, but not tried for, war crimes owing to ill health. See, these people always get away with this fucking ill health shit. We were talking about, who was it? Maybe Bill Cosby. I don't think it was Bill Cosby, but he fits. Talking about Bill Cosby, okay, he's, you did a crime, do your time, whatever. But they're going on about the woman that killed Emmett Till, that she's younger than Bill Cosby, but supposedly she's too old to be tried. Now, I've had enough of this. Okay, enough of that tangent. I had to say something. I just got so pissed when I read that. Owing to ill health. After being a Nazi, you're too sick to stand trial? That's total bullshit. Okay. Anyway, he was born on December 12th, 3-3, in 1875, which is another 3. 333. And 333 doesn't even, apply. I don't know, it doesn't even make sense that would be his number. That 333 is representative of the Ascended Masters. So, anyway, he was born in Ascherblend, Prussia, German Empire, and was a Sagittarius. He died on January 24th in 1953 at the age of 77 of heart failure. I guess maybe it means something fucked up in another numerical language. Not that I can think of right now, because it's positive in the ones that I know from what I can think of right now. Anyway, Caligula. Full name was Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, and he was the third Roman emperor. His reputation is of a tyrant, reveling in cruelty, extravagance, and sexual perversity. Caligula means little boots, a childhood name affectionately given to him by his guards. He was born on August 31st in the year 12 in Anzio, Italy, and was a Virgo. He died on January 24th, at the age of 41. No, January 24th in the year 41 at the age of 28 of assassination. Going back up to the birthdays, Sharon Tate was a victim of Charles Manson. Yes. Profession, actress and murder victim. She was American, a sex symbol of the 1960s. She played small television roles before appearing in several motion pictures and appeared regularly in fashion magazines as a model and cover girl. She was murdered by a group known as the Manson family. Born on January 24th in 1943 in Dallas, Texas, USA, she was a horse in the Chinese zodiac and an Aquarius. She died on August 9th in 1969 at the age of 26. She was murdered. She was pregnant too. Today's Neil Diamond's birthday. He is 78 years old, a singer-songwriter with a career that began in the 1960s. He sold over 125 million records worldwide, making him one of the world's best-selling artists of all time. He is the third most successful adult contemporary artist on the Billboard charts, behind Barbra Streisand and Elton John. He was born on January 24th in 1941 in Brooklyn, New York, USA. And again, is 78 years old, a dragon on the Chinese zodiac, and an Aquarius. Ernest Borgnine. Full name was Hermes Ephron Borgnino. He was American and famous for China Corsair in 1951, From Here to Eternity in 1953, and Marty in 1955. He was born on January 24th in 1917, which is another 9-9, in Hamden, Connecticut, USA, and was an Aquarius. He died on July 8th in 2012 at the age of 95 of renal failure. Edith Wharton was a Pulitzer Prize winning novelist, American. She's famous for Ethan Frome and The Age of Innocence. She was born on January 24th in 1862 in New York City, New York, USA, and was an Aquarius. She died on August 11th in 1937 at the age of 75 of a stroke. Frederick the Great was the King of Prussia. He was German, known for his military victories and final success against great odds in the 7 Years' War. He was born on January 24th in 1712 in Berlin, Prussia, and was an Aquarius. He died on August 17th in 1786 at the age of 74. And lastly, Hadrian, whose full name was Publius Aelius Hadrianus Augustus. He was a Roman emperor too, from the years 117 to 138. He rebuilt the Pantheon and constructed the Temple of Venus and Roma, and is perhaps best known for building Hadrian's Wall, which marked the northern limit of the Roman Britain. He is regarded as one of the 5 good emperors. He was born on January 24th in the year 76 in Italica and was an Aquarius. He died on July 10th in the year 138 at the age of 62. And he was the last for the day. So going to the dice, what do we have here? Oh, I just dropped one. So on the floor, it says, forget it. And I just put it down on email. All right, so we're beginning with email, 29, and weekend away. Spirit still says 29. Stay in bed. It's rainy here in New York, so if you're able to stay in bed, you may want to do that. And yes.
Going to the cards, beginning with Major Arcana card, the Star, which represents the sign of Aquarius. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. And opening to the Ace of Fire. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. So maybe something that someone's been wishing for coming through today. Ace of Fire. Maybe it's been slow. It's been a long time coming, as they say. Opening to the Knight of Earth. Loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. A Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, if it's an actual person that's impactful upon you. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You're a guardian angel. Maybe a new opportunity with a Knight of Earth. Ace of Fire. And the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. Have patience and consider carefully what you want before acting. High Priestess, the Gemini or water sign, and opening to the Three of Fire. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. And the Seven of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. Maybe with regard to a party of three or something. Or some project on which you're about to embark. You've made some decisions and maybe people don't agree with you. But, you know, forge ahead. And the Eight of Air, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action, feeling stuck. Oh boy, the overall energy is the Five of Earth, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment. Maybe that is why people are feeling stuck. They're feeling limited by lack of funds, or they're just feeling lack in general, lack of oomph in life, lack of substance in their relationships, and again, lack of funds in their bank accounts. I also want to point out we've seen 2 8s so far, so there could be karmic energy at play. I started with an 8, which was Major Arcana card 17, the Star equals 8, and I just ended on an 8 a moment ago with the 8 of Air. All right. Out the gate, the masculine starting with the 10 of Earth, a very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. If this is not like having something to do with a lump sum of money or some, financial material abundance into which you're coming, it can be with the fact that he's happy that at least his family's all together and, fed and his roof over their head and, that sort of thing. He's surrounded by the 6 of Water. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children and romanticizing the past. Could have something to do with a baby, having had a baby. A baby or child could be significant. This is also can be representative of a soulmate relationship. And I think it popped up the day before, possibly. So that could be what's making him feel happy. Like, that's all I need is, all you need is love, as the song says. Masculine subconscious, though, the 5 of Water. So still wanting something else. Wanting something more. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped. Not seeing the positive in a situation and crying over spilled milk. In this placement in particular, it's in his head. It's something he's think about. Like he's still like, oh, I wish I had this though. Like it's still not enough. Crown in the feminine, it's Major Arcana called the Chariot, an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. Chariot represents the sign of Cancer. And this can be about absolutely an important achievement, like a victory, something that she's won, or travel, movement, if it's metaphorical or something. Planes, trains, automobiles. Could be getting a car, or something could be going on involving a car. Feminine is surrounded by the king of earth. Generous, professional, responsible, and practical. Successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. The king of earth is a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And does mean, the feminine is not doing too bad herself as it relates to the masculine's 10 of earth, Feminine subconscious. The 3 of water. A celebration, wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement, and the need to have more fun, maybe because she's had some sort of victory. So there's a celebration, even if it's small, even if it's just, in her head, like, oh, thank you, God, or, or let me pat myself in the back or something because of, some progress that she's made. And she's feeling like, the top of the world, the king of the world. But crowning is yet another 5. We got one here, we got one of the overall energy, and so now crowning. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. I saw this one as I was shuffling too. I almost started with it and I decided to, again, and that's how we got the star. But I guess this was determined to come out. So this could be some drama, something that tries to get in your way. Like I said, there could be karmic energy at play. That's not always a good thing. Could be annoying too. At the roots. The 7 of water, a complex decision. The need to do research. Stop procrastinating. There could be like DNA tests. There could be definitely something like a DNA test that you have to check as it relates to this family. Because this I'm getting a feeling of like something about ancestors and, ancestry. So with the child, it could be like, let's see if this is really our child, my child. Something going on with the masculine today. Or, around, upon or around today. Or some other trying to, like something having to do with ancestry, trying to connect to family. Maybe meeting someone, your long lost sister, brother, some sort of connection to family here. At the heart of the matter. Page of fire. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. I do want to see what this decision might have to do with. The 9 of water. Something of your dreams. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. A love of life. Something for which you've been asking, but you have to decide whether or not to take the opportunity. It doesn't come in exactly as you asked for it. Masculine, your 5 of water is clarified by awakening. You're going to have to look at it in a different way in order to realize the benefit of, of the opportunity, that it's still good. And I guess to decide whether or not you want to go for it. But it is what you asked for. It's just not coming in as you thought you asked for. It is an answer to your prayers. I'll put it that way. It's an answer to your prayers, not necessarily coming in exactly as you asked for it. For the 5 of air, page of earth, good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging and maybe a new area of study. Page of earth, a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, like the king. And now it's here, crossing the king. So there could have been some money problems, that are momentary. You misplaced your card, or your balance is lower than you thought it was, or something. But that it all works itself out eventually. If you don't panic, it looks like. And there could be something with a job coming through for somebody. And maybe like not the job that you were hoping you get, but still placement at the company. Or if you're applying to school, like not the major program that you were hoping to get, but you're still accepted to the school, so you have an opportunity, like that sort of thing. You're getting what you wanted, but maybe not completely. So I was going to say, as it relates to a car, the car looks all good no matter what. If there's a possibility for a car, or for moving to a new home, or selling a home or something, that looks all good. Relationships, yeah, you're going to have to decide based on reality and being realistic. You maybe getting the person that you wanted. Maybe not the commitment level that you were hoping for, you know. A little less than that, but it's still what you wanted, kind of. You guys get the picture. And for the masculine, it's double. It's double wish fulfillment with the 9 of water and the stars coming back, right? We had the stars with what we started. And Aquarius may actually be involved, so may a Pisces, and again, an earth sign. Possibly a Cancer too. For the feminine, the 2 of earth. Too much going on at once. There's a need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Feminine could be juggling maybe 2 relationships, maybe one between a fire sign and one between a earth sign. And you got to decide from which to move on. To jobs, to relationships, and trying to get it all figured out. Further clarification of the feminine's 2 of earth. Yes, she feels stuck in one situation, but she needs to pick one. That's what the complex decision is. But the thing of her dreams, again, job, relationship, whatever, this is it coming through. But now you're in a position where you feel like you can't necessarily choose because you're stuck with one. So that's going to be on you to figure out. Yeah. The universe is wanting to help you out of a bad situation. If you're willing to take it. They want to help you to move on. See the moving, move. They want to help you to move. So feminine, you've got some work to do in that area. The dreamer just fell out. I'm not sure from where, but it tells us to take a leap of faith. Major arcana card, the dreamer, represents the sign of Virgo and Gemini for me, particularly in this deck, because it represents the planet Mercury, which rules both of those. A leap of faith. Follow your dreams. That leads to unexpected opportunities. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily reading. I'll be back tomorrow through the weekend. Namaste.